Welcome back. One of my favourite things about Batman Arkham Knight, and something the other Arkham games don't have, is a photo mode. I am obsessed with these in any game, and while Arkham Knight isn't the deepest photo mode I've ever used, I'm just glad it exists. I put out a community post asking you guys to send your funniest, coolest and weirdest screenshots, and wow did you deliver. I got literally hundreds of entries, and while I couldn't feature them all, I've picked a handful out to show off today, with a few of my own thrown in at the end for good measure. There were so many entries, so don't be too disheartened if yours didn't make it in, because in the interest of not making this video 2 hours long, I literally could not feature them all. But don't worry, because I'm also looking to do more of these community-driven videos in the future, and have a few cool ideas for them, so stay tuned. And lastly, before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We're ridiculously close to 10k, and I'd love if we could hit that soon. Anyway, let's get into the photos. So the first entry comes in from Liam Strack. Now Liam sent in a few photos, but one which I thought was just really cool was this. I just think this looks really cool. You can never go wrong with Batman backed onto a moon. And yeah, I just thought we'd start off simple, you know, we'd start off quintessential Batman imagery. So thank you for sending this one in there, because this one is really cool, and I actually might use one of these photos in this video as my laptop wallpaper, because I don't have a good one at the moment, and so this might be the one, because this is really cool. I'm going to give this one a 7 out of 10. It's simple, effective, it looks cool. Let's move on. The next image comes in from Roloff Denition. I'm really sorry if I've butchered your name there, but what is going on in this picture? When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's cool. Batman and smoke, you know, like everyone kind of likes that Batman smoky look. They do it a lot in the Batman Matt Reeves film. But then I realised Batman's lower legs are just gone. They're just in the ground. Or either that or I'm not seeing this right. But it just looks really goofy. I'm not sure if that was the intention, so sorry if it wasn't, but just the thought of Batman with nothing below the knees is quite funny. So if we're rating this on funniness, this is definitely a solid 7 for me. It did give me a good chuckle when I first saw it, and I still can't figure out what's going on, so it gets a 10 on the confusion scale. Our next entry comes in from Adam Kerrison. Now, this is the least Batman of the images we'll see today, but I just really like this image. There's like, I think you can see Mr. Freeze on the bow of the ship there, but there's just something really cool about this. The fact that it isn't a quintessential Batman picture, like, it just looks like a picture of Mr. Freeze's ship, which I've completely blanked on the name of, but I think this is really cool, and I think the ship's called the Nora now. I'm actually, like, putting some brain power into it. But I think this just looks really cool. Like, the ice and the snow and the ship. It's very Titanic-y, and I just think that's really cool. But yeah, this image is pretty cool, and that's not a pun on the fact that it's clearly a very snowy image. So for that reason, we'll give it a 7, maybe a 7.5 out of 10. I just really like it. It's simple, it's effective, gets the point across. What you're looking at is a cool ship. And so, let's move on to the next photo. Our next photo comes in from Caden Messick, and this is a certified classic. I mean, the composition, the way Batman backs onto the light, it's just, no, I'm kidding, this photo is awful, and I hate it. But in the best way. I hate this photo in the same way that I hate, like, the Riddler in Arkham Knight. I hate it, but I also love it. This genuinely is a really good photo, though, and I might use this as my laptop wallpaper. This is really cool. It looks cool, and it also looks very, very cinematic. I'm not even sure how you achieved this. I mean, how the thug's neck is like 2 foot long. I'm not even sure how you achieved it, but it's really impressive, and I really enjoy it, and it made me laugh a lot when I first saw it. Like, I nearly cried when I first saw this image, both out of confusion and laughter, and for that reason, this image is getting our first 10 out of 10. So thank you for that one, Caden. That's definitely up there as one of the best images in this entire video so far. Next up, we have one from Muddy Tacoma. Now, I really like this picture. It uses the Mad Hatter skin from Arkham City, which is a skin that I'm sure all of us have wanted in the game at some point, but for some reason Rocksteady just never thought to bring in, which baffles me. But this one does get in purely based off the skin, and it's a cool photo, Batman smashing that guy's head into the ground. There's not really much more I want to say on this, because it's a cool photo. I really like the usage of the skin, so it's going to get a 9 purely for that skin. This next one comes in from Nathan Shawley. Now, Nathan sent in a ton, but this for me was the cream of the crop, purely because it looks like Batman's trying to get you to counter one of his moves, like he's trying to rage bait you into countering, because he knows for a fact that if you tried to counter, he'd probably break you in half. So yeah, this one kind of got in for its comedic value. I thought initially, like, oh, that's kind of cool, like he's surrounded by people he's just beaten up. That's really cool, but the way it's done, like the angle he's put the camera, just makes it look like Batman's trying to attack you, and I think that's quite funny. So we're going to give this one a 7 out of 10, because it just hits all the right markers. As we move on, the next two photos, again, come in from Liam Strack, who sent in a ton of images, and they were all really, really cool, but these two especially were ones I really liked. This first one has the 240% Arkham Knight completion skin, and I really like this, and this is a compliment, because it looks like one they took to promote the game. Like, it looks like a promotion image, and I just think that looks really cool. It hits all the right markers. It's very stylized. I don't know, the way the camera's tilted or whatever. It just looks really cool. I'd say this one might actually be the laptop wallpaper, because I just really enjoy how this looks. There's been some serious thought put into this, and the way Batman's looking down, it just hits all the right markers. I'm going to give this one a 10, say purely because it just looks like a promotional image, and I think that's really cool. As we move on to Liam's next photo, which is one of the Arkham Knight. Now, I'm not even sure how you got this image to work. Like, I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I really like it. It just looks kind of cool. It kind of looks a little bit, I don't know, like comic booky. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but I really like this. This is going to get an 8 out of 10. The next one comes in from Frosty, and I really like this one purely because of its simplicity. I'm sure it's been done hundreds of times, but that's not to knock the image, because I think it's really cool. It's it's kind of the Burton universe looks for both of the characters interrogating this guy in the movie studios, and I just think it looks pretty solid. You know, it hits all the markers of a quintessential cool Batman and Robin photo. You've got Robin kind of looking at the guy a bit confused. You've got Batman doing the actual work. And again, there's not really much to say about this photo. It's a nice, clean image. The only knock I have against it is the fact that the subtitles are on, but that's fine. I don't expect you to turn the subtitles off to get a photo in a video, and so this one for me gets a good 8 out of 10. As we move on to this entry from Utopic, now there is a specific reason I've picked this image, because there's clearly been a lot of effort put into this, because he used the out of bounds glitch on Revive and Shine, which is a glitch I forgot even existed. So it gets in partly because of that, partly because it's a cool photo, but the bigger part is that he went out of his way to use the out of bounds glitch, and I just think that's cool. I like when people put effort into things like this, because he didn't need to do this. This didn't need to be done, but it did, and it looks cool. And so for that reason, purely for the effort, this is going to get an 8 out of 10. I just like it. The Arkham Knight's really cool. Maybe he could have been posed a bit differently, but the Arkham Knight doesn't tend to pose because he's an angry man with angry feelings. So I think an 8 out of 10's fair. As we move on to our next entry here from Matt Knight. Now, Matt did send in a load of photos, but this for me was the best of the bunch. It's Batman looking at Arkham City. Now, I know this one's pretty simple, but I just really like it. I just think it looks really, really nice. Just Batman looking back at Arkham City like, wow, I'm glad I'm out of there, and now I'm being gassed by fear toxin every 8 seconds. This is so much better. But yeah, I just really like this. Anything that includes callbacks to old games, for me, gets points. And I believe to the left of Batman's shoulder there, or the left-hand side, is the Seagate amusement park, which, again, really cool. I just like this because it's kind of got all of the, or two of the locations from previous games and current DLC. And yeah, I just think it looks really nice. Batman looking back at Arkham City, the Seagate amusement park, looks great. This one's going to get an 8 out of 10. This next one comes in from The Hunt, and it might be my favourite picture so far. It's Pattinson's skin. I'm not sure if that's the modded version or not, but either way, it doesn't matter. It just looks awesome. This, again, it looks like a promotional shot from the film. Just the fact the background's completely black, I'm not even sure how you've done that, because I can't really think of anywhere in the game that has that. The lighting's turned down. This picture is so cool. Like, This is my favourite image in the video so far. It gets a 10 out of 10. Thank you for sending this in. This is just raw. This is so cool. The next two pictures coming from Sanats Rivastava. I really like these. The first one is one using the animated series skin, which is always a win in my books. I just love how it looks in this game. It looks a little bit goofy, but I think that kind of gives charm to it. Not the image, just the skin. The image is really cool. Again, quintessential Batman. Aura farming on top of a big electrical pole radio tower thing. The moon's behind him. The skin's there. It just looks great. My only knock is that I think that's the frame count in the top corner, but I'll edit that out. We'll get that out of there. This is really cool. So anything that uses the animated series skin is a win in my books, and this for me gets a 8 out of 10. Again, really cool. The next image he sent in, though, isn't exactly a Batman image, but I just thought this was a really fun usage of mods. He's used the Black Noir skin from The Boys, and yeah, that's kind of why it got in. It just caught me off guard. I was looking through these photos and thinking, oh, this one's cool. It's Batman. Oh, what? That's Black Noir. But yeah, I think this is really cool. I think the fact you used Black Noir, and in this scene as well, where Jason and Batman are like fighting in the construction bit, it just looks really nice. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. It loses half a point because it's not Batman, but it gains points in the fact that it is Black Noir, and Black Noir is cool and does fit in this game. The next two entries are from Kobe Freed. Now, these two are a little bit silly, but I quite enjoyed them. This one's Batman looking at some sandwiches and what looks like a banana on a fork, and the next one is him sat next to two giant teddy bears. I'm not really sure what to rate these. I just think they're quite adorable, aren't they? Batman sat next to two teddy bears that are the same size as him crouched, and Batman having a meal. I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10 on the adorable scale, because Batman is a big softie at heart. As we move on to the next entry, we've actually got a couple of Catwoman screenshots here from Fernando Medina. Now, I included these because, one, they're really cool pictures, and two, there weren't many Catwoman images, and I think Catwoman's a character that you can have a couple of really cool photo opportunities with in this game, because there's two images here using the 90s skin, which, again, I just think look so cool. The first one, for me, it's the purple. There's so much purple here, and I just think that looks really nice. The purple sign, the purple suit, the sky looks a bit purple, Catwoman's dodging out the way of a bullet. It just looks awesome. And this one, for me, probably gets like a 9 out of 10. This is really cool. And the next one is a bit more of a cinematic shot, like it's Catwoman's hands against the screen, and I'm not even sure how you've done this, but it looks really cool. So thank you for sending this one in. This one, again, is a solid 9 out of 10. It might not be the most action-packed shot, but it makes up for it because you used Catwoman, you used a pretty cool Catwoman skin, and just say it, there's just something about this picture. I saw it and I was like, wow, that stands out to me. Whoa, pause the video. I've got an important announcement. What does everyone here like? Well, Batman, of course. And what's better than Batman? Well, people you like talking about Batman. And that's why I'm here to tell you about the Gotham City Radio Hour, which is a new podcast centered around Batman. Now, as a lifelong Batman fan in all respects, I am both extremely excited and humbled to tell you that I was invited onto the show to talk about one of my favourite episodes of the critically acclaimed animated series, I Am the Knight. And myself and the wonderful host Patrick had a great time discussing the episode, along with a load of little side tangents, like how we became Batman fans, how we became animated series fans, and why exactly Batman enjoys punching crocodiles. And you best believe there's a ton of Arkham-themed content on there already, including a 3-part series about Batman Arkham City featuring Arkham analysis, and an episode all about Arkham Asylum. And if you want even more Batman outside of Arkham, there's a ton of really cool episodes out right now, and there's enough content already there with the people a lot cooler than me to keep you entertained, and a ton more to come while you try your hardest to get 3 stars and shock and awe extreme. The link's in the description, so go and check it out. Trust me, you won't be disappointed. Let's get back into the video. The next one comes in from Lachlan Dovey, and again, animated series skin. It was going to get in, wasn't it? This just looks really cool. Like, he's caught it at the exact moment. The lighting's perfect. The fact that the eyes are like really bright contrasted to the rest of the picture. I just think this image is really solid. And again, it's animated series Batman doing animated series Batman things. And so thank you for sending this one in. This one, for me, again, 9 out of 10. I really like this. Simple but effective. And sometimes the best pictures in this game are simple but effective. The next couple of entries come in from Leo. Now, Leo sent in a couple of really cool photos from the movie studio portion of the game. And I'll just, yeah, you'll see how cool they are. This first one takes place in the Jason Todd flashback scene where he's getting tortured by the Joker. And the skin, oh my god, this is elite. This is an elite usage of Batman skin aura farming. What is this? Like, the static, and Batman's just stood there, you can just about make out, like, his eyes and the... Oh, this is a 10. I love this. I absolutely love this. And the next one is Batman after he locks Robin in the cell. And again, it's just another elite usage of skins, isn't it? It just looks so good. The suit looks so cool. Robin in the red Robin suit, again, just looks amazing. Another 10. Leo, you've done a double of 10s. This is amazing. Thank you for sending these in, because this one, they were really cool. And then to finish off, I thought I'd throw in 4 pictures of my own, one of which was taken actually while I was recording for a video. The video has nothing to do with this man being folded into a pretzel, but I just thought it was an insanely funny image because I have never seen a thug get folded this badly before. The next one was actually taken from a live stream about a month ago now. I didn't even know this glitch was a thing, but apparently if you do the Hush side mission with the Batman Beyond suit, when Batman takes the cowl off, his eyes turn black. I've never seen that before, but I was told to do it by the stream, and I just thought it was really funny. The next one was taken in Iron Heights. Again, a pretty simple one, just Batman backed onto some spotlight. I just thought it looked really cool. And yeah, there's not much more to say about that one. And the final one is probably my favourite picture I have ever taken in any of the Arkham games. It was using the Batfleck skin. I believe I was stood on top of one of the Wayne Enterprise buildings. I just think this picture looks really cool. There's not really much more to say about it. But this video wasn't for me to brag about my photos. It was for you to send your guys in and say thank you to everyone who sent a photo in. I only chose about 15 or 16 for this video because, say, there were so many. And if I'd have picked them all, this video would have been hours long. But luckily for you guys and for me, there will be more parts of this. Well, maybe not exactly this, but I definitely want to do more community-driven things. Say, I was thinking maybe, like, funniest clips, or coolest clips, or something like that, or theory videos, and just kind of, say, involve you guys, because, say, you guys obviously are the reason this channel is where it is, and I want to include you guys. So, thank you again to everyone who sent something in. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Leave a dislike if I didn't include your photo. I'm kidding, don't do that. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.